Yay, I'm back with another video, and this time I can actually speak loud and know what I'm speaking. Because no one's in the house, so I can make as much noise as I want. Yeah. Anyway, as you can see from the title of the video, it's gonna be like TNA lacks direction. Yeah, think about that title. And basically, there's no point doing a video on the January 4th Impact because, it was over a week ago. There's no point making one now. But if you want my opinions of it, I think that the whole thing was overrated as hell. The main event sucked. Now, it didn't suck from a match perspective, but it sucked as a TNA main event. Check any big match TNA main event. They go from, not spot to spot, from finisher to finisher. I think AJ kicked out about 3 angle slams. Kurt Angle kicked out of like 3 Styles clashes, 450 splashes. Good knows hell what. That's what TNA does with these big main events. They can't build up story and story within the match and different kinds of innovative spots unless it's a hardcore match. That they just do finisher after finisher after finisher, which I don't like at all. Which well, it's not like I don't like at all, but it's. They don't have the storytelling aspect, such as a HBK versus Undertaker match. But you may say, yes, but they kicked out loads of finishes as well, but... Yeah, but that doesn't happen all the time, if you get what I mean. Not every single main event do they kick out of, like, 5 RKOs and 3 FUs, or something like that. But the match, I'll give it 4 stars. It is a great match, but the way they storytell it, there was no story to it. That's what TNA lacks, and I think... that is because of the 6-sided ring. The 6-sided ring makes it unable to tell a good story in it. So yeah, TNA needs to be unique, but by having a 6-sided ring, it's not going to be the way to sort out that problem of being unique and I don't know what the word is, difference, the alternative from WWE. But yeah, so they need to. It was a good match. It was a 4-star match, which is great for Impact, but yet again they give away Kurt Angle and AJ Styles on Impact for the 50th time. I remember, I think it was September time of 2008, they had AJ versus Kurt Angle 1 week in a ladder match. So they gave a ladder match away on free TV between Kurt Angle and AJ Styles, which could be a Bound for Glory main event. It could be a WrestleMania main event. They did it in an amateur wrestling match, street fight, all over gold medals and Karen Angle and goodness knows terrible storylines, which takes away from the feud and which takes away from the match, I believe. That's between AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. I mean, this video is not about AJ Styles and Kurt Angle, it's about TNA lacking direction. And by lacking direction, it comes from the January 4th edition of Impact, because as you were watching the show, yeah, it was unpredictable. It's because even TNA didn't know what the hell was going on. Apparently Hulk Hogan was really stressed backstage because of, not knowing what's going on they had all these talents show up. And they had all these talents show up, but... Let me just put some lights on because my face looks red. Oh! The light, That's better. Yeah, so... They didn't know what was going on. They had Jeff Hardy debut, Ric Flair, the Nasty Boys. I mean, yeah. Nothing says ratings, but... what'd you say? Yeah. Nothing says ratings but the Nasty Boys. I mean, bring in the godforsaken Nasty Boys, who were in their prime in the 80s. I mean, just because Hulk Hogan was there. I mean, they're treating Hulk Hogan like he's some sort of god and sort of like he's the be-all and end-all of wrestling, but... Hulk Hogan is not creative, he cannot, write storylines, he's just there for name value. But the wrestling fan has evolved. They do not, it's not about the name value anymore. I mean, if you said Hulk Hogan was going to TNA, that will probably garner the same reaction as AJ Styles going to the WWE. It's not about the name value anymore because of the internet and because of spoilers and because we know they're not immortal. It's about the talent value now. It's not between the name value, it's the talent value. That's how much the wrestling fan has evolved. But let's get back on topic. I'm going slightly off topic about TNA and their direction. TNA's lacking direction. I mean, they don't know how to build up any potential stars. the only way they can build people up is to have them, feud with Kurt Angle and then lose to De Niro on Impact, which is completely ridiculous. It's like saying bringing, I don't know, having Triple H, not Triple H, I don't know, CM Punk debut and take out Triple H, and then losing to have great matches with Triple H or Shawn Michaels, and then losing to, I don't know, Shelton Benjamin the next night. I mean, you cannot, fans cannot take these wrestlers, TNA superstars seriously if they lose. It's the same with Brutus Magnus earlier this year. When he came in and he had 2 matches on pay-per-view and then lost to Homicide on an internet match. I mean, it's probably Vince Russo's booking when they just have these can't build up stars because it's lacking direction. They don't have a character. I can't name one distinctive character that there is in the TNA. None of them. They're all the same. They're all genetic. They're all, unless you're having a goofy comedy character like Black Machismo, which is really restricting him becoming a main eventer, because they don't now have a clue what the hell they're doing with probably, I don't know, 40% of their roster. I mean, when you see these big name stars, you feel sorry for the young guys because you know that the old guys will take their spots, and we're not in the 90s anymore. We want to see new superstars that will carry the business, because if you keep relying on the old guys, same with WWE as well, hanging on to the old guys, I mean, you'll just be living in the past. I mean, The Undertaker's not got much left. He's not put on a single 4-star match since he's been back. Shawn Michaels has not been in any singles matches, so they're taking it nice and easy, and they're not when they're not delivering. So when you see that of a wrestler, it's time to give it up. If you cannot keep the fans, entertained, I mean, it's time to hang it up. And Undertaker's probably my favourite wrestler behind Christian and Kurt Angle, and if you're talking about everyone. But you need to know when it's time to give it up. And TNA is lacking direction because they've got Genesis this Sunday, and they've had 1 match on the card, which came from nowhere, which is the World Tag Team Championship match, and they've taken AJ Styles and Kurt Angle off. I mean, they had Matt Morgan, they were giving the slow build to the main event Mafia, and then quickly cut it and put him in a real random feud with Team 3D. And that's another thing TNA lacking direction, is between who's face, who's heel. I mean, Mick Foley is heel 1 week, face the other. Who else is there? Matt Morgan, he was probably face and then heel for about 2 months and then face again for no reason. They've got no direction. They don't have a clue where they're taking these characters. They're just hoping it'll all click into place, but we know it won't do that. And as we've seen with wrestlers in the WWE like CM Punk, you give up on them too long and they won't be able to get the credibility back. I mean, CM Punk is an absolute joke right now in the WWE. Who else is a joke in the WWE? CM Punk, he's probably the biggest joke and had the biggest D-push. Same with Matt Hardy, he's had the biggest D-push of them all. I mean, 2009's been a terrible year for Matt Hardy. I think, it was just a terrible year for Matt Hardy. But anyway, let's get back onto TNA. It just lacks total direction. They don't know where they're going. I really hope TNA will improve. January 4th Impact is overrated. WWE weren't even trying on WWE Raw. But yeah, I know I've talked like 100 miles an hour, throwing different points all over the place, but I thought because no one's in the house, might as well be a perfect opportune time to make a video. Now, I've got, I don't know, 27 subscribers. We're getting there slowly. Yeah, can I just, so yeah, please comment, rate, subscribe, recommend that. No more, the only videos I've got on my Archaeongia account is probably the interview and the WWE Revelations tune that's on my account. So yeah, please tell me this is, tell other people that this is my new account. It's probably because I put the website as the link instead of the YouTube account. I'll probably send out a message to all my subscribers again. But yeah, just keep getting my name out, keep saying this is my new account. And I'll make good videos in the future. Please, if you got any, PM me or write a comment down there, or subscribe. I mean, not subscribe, but tell me what you want me to talk about, because I'll talk about whatever you want. I don't know, January 4th, TNA, what my take on UFC, films, I don't know, anything. Just, yeah, so it's my video for today. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, peace out.